You're watching Adorama TV.
Hi everybody, welcome to Adorama TV iPad app reviews. Well, this week we have an awesome application that helps you build storyboards for video production, and it's called Storyboard Composer HD. It does a ton of stuff, so let's dive right in. Let's dive right into Storyboard Composer HD. The first thing we want to do is set up a brand new storyboard. So I'll hit this little plus here, and that begins this. And so I'm going to type this in. This is going to be Adorama TV, and I'm using my Bluetooth keyboard to sort of speed this up. The production is going to be product review, and the director is going to be me. So here I am. And then the scenes, that is actually determined by how many scenes you actually create. So now that that's all done, I can also import a logo. So I'm going to go in here to my camera roll, and I've got our little logo here, Snap Factory, and that's in there. That could be any picture that you have on your camera roll. So I'll close that, and now I'm ready to start diving in and making scenes. Now I'm going to start with this scene right here. And I have my very first scene and my very first, we got pages inside that. So what I want to do here is I need to add something to this scene. I need to add a background. So I'm going to go in here, and I've used, I can either use my camera or my photo library. Now since we're stationary, I'm going to use my photo library, but I'm using photos that I took using the iPad camera. So I'm going to go in here to my camera roll, and I'm going to select this shot right here. And this is the Adorama logo, the Adorama TV set. So there it is, and so I have my background image. Now on that, I want to have a person, which would be me, so I can go over here, I can start adding a person, so I can move this person around. So this would be me on the set, and I don't want to be twisted, but I'll be right there. If I wanted to, I could add another person. Perhaps we had a model or something. I could make that a female right there. So again, I can move these all around by doing all my twisting and squeezing and stuff. I can remove something, so I'll remove this person really fast. I can then do things like camera movements and arrows. So if I want to, I can add an arrow for direction to say, make sure the Adorama TV logo is looking wonderful. And maybe we want to do a panning shot here on rails. So I can put this, so it's going to ask me where I want to do the track. Now by default, this track, the arrows going left to right, well, that follows depending on where you start and end the track. So green is where you start, so I'm going to start over here, and then I'm going to end over here, and now I'll hit done. And you can do all different kinds of camera moves. So you can do zoom ins, you can do pans, you can do track moves, dolly moves, etc. And the nice thing with this, I'm going to go in here to this arrow really fast, and I'm going to remove it. The nice thing with this is you can watch to see what this is going to look like. So I'll click watch, and then it starts, pans in, and so you can sort of see what that scene's going to look like. Now one of the problems I found with this application, as you can see here, when you put in your horizontal images, they don't keep their orientation. So I had this where you could see the Adorama logo. When I played it back, that was gone. So you have to bring in images that are at a 16:9 aspect ratio, or you lose that. So that's one thing I hope they fix in the future. Now the other thing you can do is you can add, different arrows to tell maybe an actor where to go. You can add the arrow like I showed you before. You can add text in here, so this is text. So you can add some of that stuff, and then when you say done and you watch that, you can see that's where the text goes. And once again, look at that. That little arrow sort of got lost in the playback, which the reason for that is because my ending shot was too high. So I can go in here, click on that, and here is my, I'll say done, my tracking move right here. I'll make sure I have that, and I can put the beginning, I can put the end shot, and I can sort of fix that. So maybe it's down right there, say done, and now when I watch that, see now it tracks down. So you can adjust all those things. Now the nice thing about this is now I can do a different shot in this scene. So I'm going to do a new shot. Actually, this is where you label the shot. So that's shot 1, and so that's all good. But let's say I want to add a new shot to this, or a new scene. So I can go in there, I can put in new scene, get in there, go to my photo library, go to my camera roll. Let's say we want this to cut to a nice shot of the image. So we'll have that. That's in there. I'm going to have this where it really zooms in right on the lens. That's really cool. Done. And then I can go back. Now watch this. I can go back and watch my entire video. So there's my first shot with my text. There it goes into my camera. And you can see that you can start building out these really nice scenes and a complete movie with the storyboard. I can even do things like this. So let's go into this one, and I want to add some audio. So I'll add some audio really fast. I'll record this. This is a great camera. Done. Now when I watch this, that actually plays back. So you can add little soundtracks or audio notes and all kinds of things. Now you can build this out. You can take quite a while to build different things out. You can change the timing of each of your scenes. So by default it's 3 seconds, but you can make them several minutes, different seconds in different frames. You can add more shot information, scene information. You can duplicate things. So maybe if you have a scene or a shot that you want to duplicate just to do different movements, you can do that as well. And it really is nice. But once you have everything done, you can go back here to the menu, and then what you can do is you can go down here, and there's your storyboard. I can go over here to share it. And when I click this, I can save it. So I'll save it as Adorama TV. So by default, that's already done. That's nice. So I'll accept that. Now it's saved. Now I can go in here, and I can export this as a PDF. And so it renders that. Now once this is done, what you can do is you can email that PDF either as a link or an attachment, because it's actually saved on a server, not on your iPad. So that works really well. And so I'm going to cancel that. You can also go in here and you can export a QuickTime, or you can email the story. So when I export the QuickTime, what happens is I will go in here and I'm going to render the storyboard, and it's going to ask me if I want a password. No. And this actually will render the storyboard that we're working on now. Now this can take quite a while. So right now this says this is an ETA of 5 minutes for this to render the Adorama TV storyboard. And I can just keep hitting refresh. Eventually in a couple minutes that will show up, and then we can download it. So we're going to wait a couple seconds, and by the miracle of editing we'll show you the final result. Okay, now our Adorama TV storyboard is there as a movie file, and I can click this and I can either email the link or I can just download it. I'm going to say download now, and it's going to go in here and it's going to download this file. Great camera. There it is. Now one of the problems that we saw with this application is the audio does not stay where it's supposed to stay. So if we play this back really fast, you'll hear that "This is a great camera" is playing at the wrong scene. So listen to this. This is a great camera. So you can see all the camera moves are correct, but the audio is not. So again, that's one of the bugs that we found, and we hope that will be fixed. But you can see that if you're playing this in your iPad, you can AirPlay this, you can watch it full screen. It's really a terrific application. So there you have it, an awesome application that will really help you improve your videos. Well, as you can see, Storyboard Composer HD has a lot of features that will easily help you create storyboards, especially for people like me that can't draw. This really helps out, and it is awesome because you can share those storyboards with your entire team through video or PDF, and send them out through email and all of those things that we showed you earlier. So it's a great application that I think is terrific. Well, thank you so much for joining me this week. Remember, if you'd like to see past iPad app reviews, zip over to the Adorama Learning Center. There are a ton of videos there, as well as videos about photography and photography gear and all kinds of things, so don't miss out. Well, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.
This episode is brought to you by Adorama TV. Visit the Adorama Learning Center, where you'll find photography tips and techniques, links to the gear used in this episode, and related videos. For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. And the next time you're in New York City, visit our store, located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.